the race to the moon continues to heat up. After India and Russia's moon missions, now NASA has announced their new lunar ambitions. NASA has unveiled its Orion spacecraft for the Artemis II space mission at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The mission will take a crew of 4 astronauts to the moon and is scheduled to launch next year. The US expedited effort to get back to the moon comes at a time when other nations are joining the renewed space race. A majority of these missions include reaching the moon. NASA openly acknowledged the heating up of this new space race. Only this time, it's not the erstwhile USSR, but China who they are seeing as their competition.
Very real. It's not
We're in a space race with China. You see the actions of the Chinese government on Earth. They go out and claim some international islands in the South China Sea, and then they claim them as theirs and build military runways on them. It's called the Spratly Islands.
Now, Artemis is the name of the Greek goddess of the moon, and the United States has used this name for its mission to go back to the moon after a long gap. No human has set foot on the moon since 1972, and Artemis intends to change that. The Artemis expedition includes 3 missions. Artemis 1 launched on the 16th of November 2022. It was an unmanned mission which orbited around the moon and tested the capabilities of NASA's new space launch system, as well as the Orion manned spacecraft. The Orion spacecraft landed successfully on Earth, and Artemis 2 is scheduled to launch in November 2024. The mission will take 4 astronauts around the moon. No lunar landing is scheduled for this mission. Now, Artemis 3 is the main mission, which is scheduled to launch in December of 2025. This is the mission which will land astronauts on the lunar surface after half a century. Elon Musk's SpaceX is also joining the effort and is developing the landing system for the spacecraft.
1, 0.
Recently, India's space agency, ISRO, launched its flagship Chandrayaan 3 mission, which is going to land a rover on the surface of the moon. Now, even as Russia is launching its own lander in the Luna 25 mission and is trying to beat India's mission by reaching the moon before Chandrayaan.
यह भीम का रॉकेट आसमान को चीरते हुए अपनी भयानक दहाड़ से चारों